Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for Living World of Darkness, Werewolf Venue. Today we are at Zona, and this we will focus and pan in on Alonna O'Casey as she does some preparations for her pack. Alonna, what spirit will you be contacting for your Gaia's breath?
Well, had she been in New York, she was going to use Dove because they were there and she'd been working with them, offering them chiminage daily.
Hmm. So, did you have any ideas about what spirit would be able to do it? Currently, if you sidestep, I will
Um,
allow for a perception primal lunge.
4 successes.
All right, so you notice there are spirits of earth, plant spirits, and water spirits, and the occasional wild animal spirits. You have birds, few bugs, a few things just inhabiting around, a few spiders, marsupials, things of that nature, things that are just hanging about. Some
With
seem to some seem to be not paying too much attention to you, but they're just around and kind of inhabit the area. It's very flush, very vibrant.
with her knowledge of the spirit world, I believe she would go for the plant spirits that would relate
Okay.
to him.
Mhm. You Yeah, you can. They're literally not hiding. You can literally walk up to one of them.
She will do so then, and
Mhm.
she will greet the spirit
Okay.
with spirit speech. Hello, spirit. I'd like to ask uh, a blessing of you, and she'll offer up a gnosis to it as part
You
of the process.
you don't necessarily hear a voice, but it sort of reverberates inside of you and in your head almost, as if it's reaching out to you. When you offer your gnosis to it, it will immediately bloom and you will see a vibrant color of greens, reds, yellows, seeming that it is indeed receptive of what you're giving it.
She'll then explain that she's looking to make Gaia's breaths and to heal Geru and kinfolk to help bring about Gaia's strength in the rainforest.
Right? It looks at it doesn't really look at you, but instead you get a shifting images of various stages of growth as it begins blooming and shifting, and as petals begin to fall, the petals begin to swirl around, and you see it looks almost as a nymph or a dryad in a sense. And it looks at you and it would giggle and say, I would ask of you, dear, as it shifts again, and you see a few seeds begin to kind of dig out of the earth. Take these and plant them And where there is no life, give life.
Gladly.
That is what I would ask of you.
And she will kneel down and pick up the seeds, place them into her magpie bag.
With that, the plant spirit begins to produce, it looks almost like an apple, but the apple begins to grow and grow, and then it begins to hollow a bit. And in there seems to be a bit of a husk, almost a shell of what the apple used to be. With that, I would like you to perform Rite of Binding.
She will spend her willpower, and that gives her 2 successes.
Right.
With less than standard death.
You will see the pollen escape from the plant spirit as you begin this rite, and you lasso a bit of the spirit's essence, and this gourd that's on the ground begins to glow with a slight yellow light, and you have a Gaia's breath with you.
And she will thank the spirit.
For the purposes of the scene, if you would like to make more, as most things are done, just add it to your blue booking because
Alright.
you've already made contact with the spirit.
Alright.
So you don't need to redo a scene to basically to make one.
Alright.
Which other one did you want to do?
Nightshade Talens.
All right. With that, as the day presses on, and you hear a myriad of sounds escape from the Amazon. A lot of unnatural sounds. A lot of creatures eating. A lot of movement. Some gunshots echoing through the forest. And as night falls, you see that in the Umbra, it's kind of fantastical to watch as the night begins to, as dawn, evening, and evening turns to night. It's almost, if you could, if night actually had a taste, it definitely has a taste now. It definitely feels like something. And if you would have to place it with something, it is cool, smoky, and light. Something that fills you from the inside out. Make for me a perception primal urge. Oh yeah. With that, you see a whole bunch of night spirits, kind of being mischievous. Some creeping about, some harassing some of the other animal spirits, playful pranks, as they do their intended purpose.
Alonna's gonna try and sneak up on one to startle it.
Okay.
Because they're playing pranks. Why not play one on them? 5 successes.
Okay. With 5 successes, you There's one that seems to be a little confused and a little off to itself, kind of not messing with anything. It seems to be contemplating on what it does next. And describe how Alona sneaks up on the spirit. How she do it.
Well, she took a moment figuring out kind of which side really was the front,
Hmm.
seeing as they tend to occasionally have like being able to see through, so you're not sure if you're in front of or behind it. She
Okay.
figured out she's pretty sure which side was behind it, and
Hmm.
with the blessing of Mother Anaconda, she stalked up behind it um, and just whispered, "Boo," in its ear, sort
Okay.
of area.
All right. As you whisper "boo," you see it kind of yelp and pop almost. And the pop is like kind of like a small little firecracker almost. And it rolls with laughter as it looks at you.
Great in spirit.
You definitely have its attention and it's kind of giggling and laughing at you.
I was hoping that you might help me out. So
Hmm.
I'm looking to make Talens to give the form of the shadow, and she will generate a gnosis in her hands to offer up to the spirit.
Um, it takes it and it absorbs it and it looks at you and shakes its head and it will reply, um, more sneaking, more jokes, more laughter. That's what I ask of you.
More sneaking, more jokes, and more laughter.
Mhm.
I shall do as you've asked, spirit.
With this, it feels almost different as you feel shadows kind of sneak up around you as this small little gaffling gives you what looks to be a almost tangible liquid shadow. It feels cool to the touch, a little sticky as it looks at you, and I will ask for a right to fight me.
Willpower. That gives me 3.
Sweet. With that, I would ask that you definitely establish contact with this spirit. And again, you don't necessarily have to do a scene, as I said before with the guy as well. And is there anything else you would need?
Not at the moment.
With that, you will notice, give me a perception alertness.
Is this to notice movement or hearing?
This is a hearing thing. Uh, after you're done with the spirit, you hear laughing and cackling that's going off and reverberating in in the distance. You're not exactly sure where it's coming from. And give me a perception empathy. You definitely know that there's definitely malice in this one. As with the night spirits, it was very lighthearted, kind of it's the way siblings kind of play playful pranks on one another. There's
Mm-hmm.
no malice or evil intent behind it. But with this one, what you're hearing very clearly, this is malice filled. And you hear a high pitched yelp and a scream. And you hear 3 times, I offer this sacrifice unto you, great God. I offer this sacrifice amongst you, great God. Okay. And I bring this spirit, I offer this vessel to you, great God.
She's not sure which direction that's coming from.
I'm not sure. Because the way it's going is reverberating off of natural echoing chambers and things that amplify sound. But you're definitely hearing it. And it doesn't sound like it's either male or female, but it's something. And it's definitely odd.
Well, she's definitely gonna relay that to her pack and get back and possibly speak to the rest of her sept and other folks as she finds them for when she has to fulfill the requests of the spirits. So she's also going to want to talk to him about what she heard.
Absolutely.
Does not sound good.
It's not good indeed. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we will call it an end to the scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been a scene for Living World of Darkness Werewolf and You. Sayonara.